After dinner, Agatha excused herself and told us to get our beauty rest like all good princesses should. The sun was setting, but none of us were sleepy. Vi suggested we play a game to pass the time. Nice picked out Moral Quarrel, a casual social game. Vi preferred something more competitive, but begrudgingly went along with it.
All right, the first step is we answer all the cards in front of us. We must answer honestly or the game won't work.
A magical genie offers you one of two very specific wishes. A, you can live one life that lasts 1,000 years. Or B, you can live 10 lives that last 100 years. Which you are a royal guard on the lookout for an evil sorcerer that has been terrorizing villagers. When you finally apprehend this sorcerer, you discover he is Charles, your childhood best friend. Do you A, tell Charles to leave town and never return? Or B, throw your friend in the castle dungeon? Would you rather A, have a pet dragon, or B, be a dragon?
I'd want to be a dragon with a pet dragon. Is that weird?
Would you rather A, have a tail that never stops loudly tapping against the ground, or B, have noodles for hands? Well, that wouldn't allow you to pick up anything. Would you rather A, constantly reek of syrup and not smell it, or B, constantly smell reeking syrup?
I actually like the smell of syrup.
First, we mix up our hands. At the start of our turn, we choose which player we want to try to pair with. We'll then ask the question from the card at the top of our decks. If both asker and askee answer the same way, they both place the card on one of the 3 spaces between them. Once there are 3 cards between the 2 players, they both win the game. If there's not a match between players, the card must be discarded. If a player runs out of cards before matching 3, they lose. Graham, are you getting all this?
Oh, Mirror, which one is it? Is it V? Is it Nice? Do they like me? Do I like them? What does my breath smell like? Oh, lavender. And, ooh, eggs. We're inside. Should I take my hat off? What if they don't like capes? That's silly. Everyone loves capes. What if they're allergic to Triumph? Please tell me this is my inside voice.
What are you thinking about?
Oh, nothing. Just in my relaxed box.
Ready to begin? Graham, you start.
A magical genie offers you one of 2 very specific wishes. A, you can live one life that lasts 1,000 years. Or B, you can live 10 lives that last 100 years. Which do you choose?
Let's see here. A.
I agree. I would spend the long life becoming a master at the skills I have.
Graham. A rich merchant inadvertently drops 1 shiny gold coin on the ground. You see a poor, hungry orphan pick it up. Do you A, convince the orphan to be honest and return the coin, or B, turn your head the other way and let the orphan keep the coin?
A. I figured their honesty would be rewarded with more than just 1 shiny gold coin.
Nice. I chose A too. The orphan learned a valuable lesson and would probably be rewarded for their honesty too.
Graham? You have been hunting for your starving family all day and only managed to catch a small goose. On your way back home, a hungry beggar offers you magic beans in return for the goose. The beggar tells you that the beanstalk sprouted from his beans will lead you to a chest that produces unlimited food. He would go after it himself, but his legs are too tired and old. Do you A, kindly reject the offer and bring your starving family their dinner? Or B, let the beggar eat the goose and plant the beans in your yard?
B. I mean, magic beans.
Yep, magic beans.
Magic beans.
You are a royal guard on the lookout for an evil sorcerer that has been terrorizing villagers. When you finally apprehend this sorcerer, you discover he is Charles, your childhood best friend. Do you A, tell Charles to leave town and never return? Or B, throw your friend in the castle dungeon?
I pick A.
I agree. Charles should be banished for the crimes he committed. But I couldn't imprison a friend.
Niece? It says, you are the kingdom's wizard doctor. In the middle of the night, an honorable knight and despicable thief arrive at your door. The thief's injuries are much more severe than the knight's. Do you A, heal the knight first, or B, heal the thief first?
I picked A. The honorable knight served our kingdom well, and he deserves to be healed.
I picked B. I would honor my medical oath to serve those in need first.
V. Oh, this is pretty on the nose. A man you've never met, but is known as a friendly king, sends for your hand in marriage. Do you A, accept his invitation, trusting his reputation, or B, seek love on your own?
Is there any other answer than B?
Of course. I chose the same.
Would you rather A, have a pet dragon, or B, be a dragon?
I pick B.
Actually, I'd rather have a pet dragon. Our moat monster is looking to retire.
Graham, you're poor, and a thief pickpockets your only coin, forcing you to go hungry for the night. A few days later, you see the same thief get robbed of his dinner by 2 bandits. You chase after the bandits and get back the stolen food. Do you A, return the food to the thief, or B, keep the food, teaching the thief a lesson?
I'd eat the food. You said I was poor and hungry, right? That thief will be fine for 1 night without dinner. Hopefully he won't steal again.
Same here.
It was a close game, but in the end, I won with V. Good thing, too, she seemed like she didn't like to lose. Niece was satisfied with her pick of the game. When the sun went down, the air turned frigid. We decided it was too cold to play another game and headed to bed. The walls of the tower were pretty thin, and embarrassing as it is to admit, that night I overheard the princesses talking about me.
So what do you think of King Graham the Brave?
I'm not sure about him yet.
I'm not sure yet either.
This seemed like the perfect time to explore the tower. I was interested in getting to know my new home better. It was cold at the top of that tower. All I knew how to make was chocolate chip pancakes, and I didn't see any chocolate chips. Once upon a time, a beautiful princess locked herself away in a tower and patiently waited for a charming prince to come rescue her.
Oh, I do miss her.
The months turned to years, and no prince ever came to whisk her off to a happy ending. Years of appearance-changing potions eventually took their toll and backfired, turning the princess into a soggy hag with a floppy tail.
But the potion could be reversed, right? She could lose the tail and her skin would change back to normal.
I'm afraid not, Gwendolyn. Agatha took it too far. There was no coming back. The enchanted canvas painted a younger portrait of whatever stood in front of it. The witch grew bitter and mad. She began kidnapping princesses in order to increase her chances of being rescued. That seemed to be missing a piece. Agatha never left the tower, so she would send the princesses on her errands. They would fetch this ingredient or that trinket. She used a special enchantment to poof them out of the tower, and after some time, poof them back in.
Why didn't they ever tell anyone they were trapped up there?
If they did, the spell would instantly pull them back in.
Magic is so arbitrary.
Los Charcistra.